Reasonable people expect fairness. They assume that if they are calm, factual, and measured, the better argument will prevail. This assumption feels adult. It is also why reasonable people lose narrative wars. Narratives are not decided by accuracy. They are decided by coherence under pressure. When systems are stressed, they do not ask, "What is most true?" They ask, "What is simplest to carry forward?" Reasonable people complicate stories. They add nuance. They qualify statements. They acknowledge uncertainty. All of this improves accuracy. None of it improves narrative strength. Narratives reward clarity, not completeness. Clarity requires reduction. Reduction always sacrifices nuance. This is where reasonable people miscalculate. They believe that fairness and completeness will protect them. In narrative contests, they do the opposite. How narrative wars actually work. Narratives are tools for alignment. They allow groups to decide quickly, assign responsibility, justify outcomes, move forward. A good narrative does not need to be perfect. It needs to be usable. Usable narratives have clear roles, identify a cause, assign responsibility, close ambiguity. Reasonable explanations resist closure. They leave doors open. Open doors are dangerous to systems. This is why reasonable people often say, "It's more complicated than that." And narratives respond, "We don't have time for that." The structural disadvantage. Reasonable people play defense. They respond to claims. They correct errors. They clarify misunderstandings. Narratives move first. By the time you respond, the frame is already set. Correction feels like honesty. It often reads as weakness. Not morally, strategically. This creates a painful asymmetry. You are explaining. Others are defining. Definition beats explanation every time. Why facts don't save you. Facts require context. Context requires attention. Attention is scarce under pressure. Narratives compress facts into direction. Reasonable people bring data. Narratives bring meaning. Meaning mobilizes faster. This is why facts often arrive too late. By the time they are introduced, the story has already stabilized. What makes it worse? Reasonable people often escalate fairness. They explain more. They refine arguments. They seek common ground. This adds detail. Detail weakens narrative force. Others appeal to process. They trust formal channels. Narratives often move outside them. Process is slow. Stories are fast. Some wait for correction. They assume truth will surface eventually. Narratives rarely correct themselves. They are replaced, or they persist. How reasonable people can survive. Survival does not require abandoning reason. It requires understanding terrain. You do not enter a narrative conflict trying to win on accuracy alone. You decide whether to engage, where to speak, and what frame to accept. Sometimes the correct move is non-engagement. Silence avoids reinforcing a hostile frame. Other times you reframe early, not by arguing facts, by adjusting meaning. You say, "The risk here is," "The pattern we're seeing is," "The consequence will be." These are narrative statements. The rule. Narrative wars are not won by being right. They are won by being structurally coherent. Reasonable people lose when they assume fairness is the arena. It isn't. The arena is speed, simplicity, and alignment. Understanding that does not make you cynical. It makes you prepared.